Hello, students. Very good morning. I think you all are doing good. Welcome to Higher Secondary First Year class, and you are watching Physics Online class. In 10th standard, you have learned five main subjects, that is Tamil, English, Maths, Science, and Social. And this year, you have chosen different groups. In that, you are going to learn a detailed study of science subject. Okay? Last year in science subject, you had four parts: physics, chemistry, botany, and zoology. Isn't it? Actually, science has the two main classifications. One is physical science, another one is biological science. Physical science and biological science. So in physical science, you'll be learning physics subject and chemistry subject. In biological science, you'll be learning botany and zoology. What is meant by physical science? It deals about non-living systems. Isn't it? Physical science deals about non-living system. And biological science deals about the living organisms. Living organisms. So physical science, physics and chemistry, biological science, botany and zoology. All right. Students, what is meant by science? What is the meaning of science? Do you know? Actually, science is the method for describing, creating, and understanding the human experiences. Isn't it? Science is the method for describing, creating, and understanding human experiences. This was told by Bruce Lindsay. Let's see the meaning of science. Actually, the word science, which is derived from the Latin word scientia. The word science, which is derived from the Latin word scientia, which means to know. To know. So, what is the meaning of science? Knowing the truth. The meaning of science is knowing the truth. We know that our mind is always curious about to know and understand the phenomena happened around us. Isn't it? For example, how the changes occurred in the seasons, how the machines work, how tsunami happened, how the aeroplane flies. So many questions are comes in our mind. Daily life, we can ask why, how, and all. Isn't it? Actually, the answer to these questions gives us science. Okay? So, science is a systematic organization of knowledge gained through observation, experimentation, and logical reasoning. So, science means knowing the truth. It is the knowledge gained through the observation, that is, the things happening around us, and experimentation and finding the reason. Okay, this is about science. So, curiosity and the observations are the origin of science. Okay, curiosity and the observations are the origin of science. Before 19th century, the word science is not known. The subject science was called as natural philosophy. Natural philosophy was the earlier name given to the science. Okay. Then on 19th century, the word science is practiced. Actually, the Egyptians are the oldest forerunners of the scientific advancements from astronomy to medicine. Those days, the writing system were not developed. Only the oral communications was there. Okay. So that time, Egyptians were the oldest forerunners of scientific advancements. But India, during the Indus Valley civilization, the scientific and mathematical excellences are exist. Scientific and mathematical excellence in India dates back to the prehistoric human activity in the Indus Valley civilization. So on 19th century, the science has coined. Before the 19th century, the word is given as natural philosophy. Okay, so this is actually the simple introduction about the subject science. Do you know what is the aim of science education? What is the aim for the science education? The aim for the science education is actually to develop the scientific temper in every citizen. To develop the scientific temper, humanism, and the spirit of inquiry and reform. Okay? So, the aim of science education is to develop the scientific temper to the every citizens. All right, students. Now let's see the scientific method. How the scientist has giving the laws, definitions, theories and all. The best example, Sir Isaac Newton. You all know that. When he was sitting under the tree, he saw that an apple has fallen. Isn't it? So he got an observation. And he started to think why the apple has fallen, why it comes down to the earth. Isn't it? He has thought and he put the answer for that reason is gravity. Isn't it? Such a way, so many scientists have observed so many phenomena around them and they have experimented. Then they put it in the formulas, laws, derivations, and so on. So, this is the step-by-step approach of scientific method. Okay. So, what is meant by scientific method? It is a step-by-step approach in studying the natural phenomena. So, the step-by-step approach I have written here, science and scientific method. First, there will be an observation, a systematic observation. Okay, we have to see what is happening around us. Then we have to think why it is happening. Then we have to do the experimentation. The second part is controlled experimentation. First observation, next experimentation. After doing the experimentation, we have to analyze with the help of logical reasoning, quantitatively or qualitatively. Okay, the help of an amount, the help of various substances, we have to analyze the particular event. So third step is logical reasoning. And next step is mathematical modeling. With the help of mathematics, we have to give the formulas. For example, Newton's force formula F equal to ma. Similarly, Einstein's mass energy equivalence E is equal to mc square. Such a way we have to give the mathematical modeling with the help of mathematical formulas. And at last, we have to frame the laws or theory, that is prediction and verification or falsification of theories. So this is a step-by-step approach in studying the natural phenomena. Can you understand? So what is the method in science? First, there is a systematic observation. Second, there is a controlled experimentation. Third, there is a logical reasoning qualitatively as well as quantitatively. And fourth, there is a mathematical modeling giving formulas. And last, framing laws, that is prediction and verification or falsification of theories. Now let's move on to our real topic, real subject, physics. Okay. So in 10th standard, you may have learned so many concepts such as Newton's laws, laws of motion, law of conservation of energy, heat, light, etc. etc. Isn't it? Yes. So tell me, what is meant by physics? What is meant by physics? How can we understand it? So when we look the things around us, there are many type of questions in our mind, isn't it? Suppose when a car is running on the road, you may have think that how the engine may works, how long it goes, how the pedal works, within a short break, how the car stops. Similarly, when we are playing the games, for example, cricket, how can we hit the ball for getting six? How much pitch we needed to throw the ball, and so on. So everywhere we can arise the questions, isn't it? So the answer to all these questions gives us physics, gives us science, or gives us physics. How things work, how they can always understand, isn't it? So you have heard about chemistry and biology also. Actually, chemistry gives the result of the things happened. Chemistry tells about the result of the things happened. Biology. Biology tells why the things are happened. Why the things are happened. Why we feel hungry. Why we feel tired, etc. But only the physics tells us how the things works. Only the physics tells us how the things works. So physics tells about the concepts of nature and universe. Physics tells about the concepts of nature and universe. From the galaxy to small atom, we can understand physics. From the galaxy to the smaller atom, we can understand physics. So physics is considered as the most basic of all sciences. Every day-to-day life, physics is there. When we walk, physics is there. When we talk, physics is there. When we do work, physics is there. So physics is considered as the most basic of all sciences. Okay? So actually the word physics is derived from the Greek word physis. Physis. That means nature. Nature. So study of nature and natural phenomena is dealt within physics. Study of nature and natural phenomena is dealt within this physics. Students, do you know who introduced the name physics? The name physics was introduced by Aristotle in the year 350 BC. Aristotle was introduced the name physics. Do you know who is the father of physics? Albert Einstein is known as the father of modern physics. Okay, so what is mean by physics? Study of nature and natural phenomena is physics. In this year, you are going to learn the detailed study of nature of physical world and measurement. and laws of motion and so on. Okay, so we can see the two main approaches in physics. There are two main approaches. They are unification and reductionism. Unification and reductionism are the two approaches in studying physics. What is meant by these two? What is meant by unification? Unification means explaining the big phenomena or a diverse phenomena using laws and concepts. Unification is explaining the diverse physical phenomena with a few concepts and laws. For example, Newton has given the law of gravitation, isn't it? You know that law of gravitation. Every object in the universe attracts with every other object with a force which is directly proportional to the product of the masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Isn't it? You all have learned in 10th standard. Yes. So Newton's universal law of gravitation, this is the law which can explain the motion of freely falling bodies towards the earth. Motion of so many bodies we can able to learn with the help of this law of gravitation. Motion of the planets around the sun, motion of the moon around the earth, and so on. Also, fundamental forces in nature can learn with the help of this law of gravitation. So this is about unification, explaining the diverse phenomena using these laws and concepts. Using the simple law, we can able to explain about the diverse physical phenomena. Understand? The next one is reductionism. This is just opposite. Explaining the macroscopic systems in terms of microscopic properties. What is meant by macroscopic and microscopic? Macroscopic properties means or system means the system deals about the bigger objects. The objects we can able to see through our naked eye. The bigger objects. Okay, that is macroscopic systems. Microscopic system means deals with very small objects we can't able to see through our eye, like an atoms, molecules, etc. Okay, so the reductionism explains the macroscopic system in terms of the microscopic constituents. Explain the macroscopic system in terms of microscopic properties. For example, thermodynamics. Thermodynamics, have you heard? It deals about the temperature. Here, it explains about the macroscopic properties, temperature, entropy, etc. that can be explained on the basis of smaller molecular constituents like microscopic properties. That is, pressure, temperature, volume, all these concepts can be explained on the basis of smaller concepts of motion of atoms, molecules, etc. So this is about reductionism. Understand? So these are the two main approaches in physics. Alright students, today I just started the introduction section. I have explained about what is meant by science. What is the meaning of science? That is knowing the truth. It's derived from the word scientia and so on. And what is the scientific study? And I explained about the scientific method, isn't it? And just started about the subject physics. Physics is the study of nature and natural phenomena. And it is derived from the Greek word physis, which means nature. And this is the most basic of all sciences. And I have discussed about the two approaches in physics, unification and reductionism. Unification means explain the phenomena using laws and concepts. Reduction means explain the macroscopic properties in terms of microscopic properties. Macroscopic system in terms of microscopic properties. I think you all have understand about the introduction class. Next class we can deal the branches of physics and other topics. So you have to refer the 10th standard science physics subjects. Science subject physics topics you have to refer. And you should have the previous previous portions, that is previous year portions in your mind. Okay, just refer and listen the class. All the best friends. Thank you.